some gaming.
Right, but where are we going to be when we're doing this? Like, am I standing up here with you? Yeah, come up here with me. All right, everybody? Yeah, maybe. We'll get a good distance away. Okay.
We got some more videos to upload. So these videos uploaded, then I can do some zoo videos, and that's it. Do some car vids later.
Oh. Well, I can see choppers on the map.
An hour 40. I got like an hour 44 to go. Okay, it's not bad. After I get these vehicles done, the better.
There's two other vehicles in the back. Yeah, we should be able to steal one, because, yeah, having one of those would be super helpful in this thing. So don't lock both of them up. Okay, I'll try not to. Deep, Simon. What? All right, you guys ready to lock onto the chopper? Yeah, I'm ready. Okay.
Next video might be Lex. Who knows? I'm not going to care anymore. I'm just going to upload these videos to YouTube, and that's it.
Start locking on the turner. And in 3, 2, 1, fire!
Yes, we will be doing B-Stars eventually, guys. Yes, I know people want to say about B-Stars. B-Stars will be coming out eventually. And I know Bendy needs to get made too, which I got a lot of stuff to work on, I know. But I'm working on it, takes piece by piece and do it piece by piece.
I'm going to snipe you back here, but I'm going to get a little bit closer. I don't really have a good
27, 40, 56, 22%, 25%. So between 25 and 57% and 60%. So yeah.
I'm not good at this. No, I need to eat some snacks.
We got 90 minutes left for this one video. Might do some art later, who knows? Might do a new art video. Might go back to the old channel name, but maybe go back to H&M Mishko. Maybe that too. But right now, I don't know yet. Let's do the name we already have.
Right here, Simon. This is the spot. Right here. Oh, good. I sure know. There's one more left. Where are you? He's on the beach. Get after it. There we go.
Hmm.
Oh, all right. Hey, Simon. You can. I want to say, easy, Simon. You gotta come down here and steal this truck. We coming. Oh, let's do this quick. Woo! Roll it. I'm taking this vehicle. Listen, do I need to get on this thing, or Thick, were you going to get on the gun? I'm getting on the gun, Simon. Thick, you got it. All right. Drive what? Which one? I'm driving. He's driving. He's already on it. Guys, we got people coming in. Just fucking decide to do it.
25%. Got a minute 40 left. I got into Sonic by that because of that.
All right. Keep those choppers off me. I see choppers coming in quick. I see them behind me. Okay. Yep. Right front, Dave. All right.
I can put my blisters.
Yeah. Who's driving what?
Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing today? Today you're doing so great. I actually hope today's video goes good. I really hope it is. Because if it doesn't go good, I'm really, really mad. But yeah, I hope today's video goes great. And I'm trying to look for some kind of music on the channel. Do you want to see my stick? But yeah. Trying to get the video going great, so yeah. The omelet is the gross one. Yeah. wish YouTube would fix their little oopsie, but well, YouTube didn't fix their little oopsie yet, so yeah, so I have to go live like this at a weird angle. Tomorrow I got work, so that's good. And watching some weird stuff today. Wheat farm. Looks like we got a weather reporter. We'll come real quick.
Recordings just got better. Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard. I'm so excited to announce that local recordings are now available on StreamYard. Have you ever done a recording?
We need to get ready for some big changes in the weather pattern ahead, especially as we get closer to the Thanksgiving holiday time frame, and we'll be outlining that right here on this video. Welcome back to Weather on the Go, all your weather coverage. If you're a new
Bryce Canyon. It's a natural wonder, home to the world's highest concentration of hoodoos. It hosts a prairie dog festival every year, which is apparently a festival about prairie dogs and not, as I'd hoped, a festival for prairie dogs. Over 2 million people visit Bryce Canyon every year, and they all have to pass through the town outside its one entrance, Bryce Canyon City. But if you ever pass through Bryce Canyon City, you might notice that people you meet seem to be calling it Ruby's Inn, and then actually, just about every building in town says Ruby's Inn on it too. So what's going on here? Well, turns out Bryce Canyon City is Ruby's Inn and vice versa, because once upon a time in 2007, this Best Western resort managed to incorporate and become an official town. But how? And why? And what do they have at the Cowboy Buffet? Today we're answering 2/3 of those questions. The story begins in the early 1900s when Ruby Surratt and his wife Clara Minnie Surratt set up a homestead on a bit of desolate land not far from Bryce Canyon. Licensable images of Ruby Surratt are hard to come by, so instead here's a Ruby in a cowboy hat. When the Surratts got there, Bryce Canyon wasn't the tourist attraction it is today. It wasn't even a national park. But as soon as they saw it, the Surratts were blown away and wanted everyone to come visit. After a few years of setting up camps for visitors, Ruby said there'd be money in this here tourism and gave up the mill he'd been running to open Tourists Rest, a cabin and tent house site, in 1920. 3 years later, he sold Tourists Rest to the Union Pacific Railroad, and the Surratts retreated to their ranch. Around the same time, engineers were planning out a road to get to Bryce Canyon, and Ruby donated some of the land his ranch was on to the project. So now Ruby's got a major train station nearby, and the one road going to a very cool place runs right through his land. Kind of a good place to build an inn, wouldn't you say? So that's exactly what he did. He built Ruby's Inn, and the family has owned, operated, and expanded it ever since. They even rebuilt it after it burned down in 1984. Today, it's got 694 rooms, 3 restaurants, an RV park, a campground, a general store, some souvenir shops, a rodeo, and a storefront that just says jail and appears to have fresh cookies. Oh yeah, and it's a town. The Surratts started toying with the idea of incorporating Ruby's Inn as a town as early as the 1970s and got really serious about it sometime around 2004. But their county, Garfield County, had the power to reject their requests, and they did repeatedly, probably in favor of eating lasagna and legislating against Mondays. Or because Ruby's Inn raked in so much tourist money that their tax contributions covered 10% of the Garfield County budget. Their sales taxes alone generated $300,000 a year that, if the hotel were to incorporate, would go to the town, the hotel itself, instead of the county. So it's no wonder the lasagna lovers were against it. The gist is this: when Ruby's tourist dollars went to the county, a bunch of people who actually lived in rural Utah would benefit. If those dollars just went back to the inn, the tourist attraction would improve for its visitors, the Surratts, and the small number of people who actually live right outside the entrance to Bryce Canyon, and the rest of the county would just watch. The counter-argument from the third-generation Surratts running the inn in 2007 was that they were already self-funding things that you might consider municipal services, like water, sewage, and plowing snow so school buses could get around, and that's the kind of stuff their tax revenue should have been covering. But whether you agree with the county or the company, the issue was settled, because the county had the power to reject Ruby's Inn's request for incorporation until 2007. That's the year the Utah State Legislature passed the controversial HB 466, titled Incorporation of a Town Amendments, which couldn't sound more boring if it tried, but was exactly what the Surratts needed to force their incorporation past the county. The point of the law was to make it easier for unincorporated targeted towns that were being neglected by their county to incorporate and start setting up services for themselves, and it passed without a single vote against it. Here's basically what it said. If your would-be town has between 100 and 1,000 full-time residents, and at least half of them support incorporation, the county has to let you incorporate. Of course, when they read this law, the people in the Garfield County office were like, hey, whoa, this is going to screw us over big time. And the state legislator was like, oh my God, no, okay, yeah, we'll look into it. But by the time they did, it was too late. Ruby's Inn claimed to have 138 residents and had already petitioned to incorporate, so the county had to approve. How did they pull together 70 yes votes that quickly? Well, of those 138, 73 were members of the Surratt family, and the rest were employees of the hotel. All they had to do was prove that there were, in fact, 138 people living there, because if just 39 of the folks in the head count were fake, dead, or seasonal employees, the county could reject incorporation. That's why a committee from the state, with reps from both the county and the company watching their every move, looked through voter rolls, school records, and more to confirm that every single one of those 138 people did, in fact, live there full time. They proved there were sufficient residents to force approval, and suddenly, Ruby's Inn became Bryce Canyon City, Rob Surratt, Ruby's grandson and the inn's owner in 2007, became the mayor, a conference room at the hotel became City Hall, and 5 Surratt family members became the town council, positions they were granted until the first election 2 years later. Bryce Canyon City became Utah's 244th city/town and the first to be incorporated under HB 466. The state recognized this as, to put it lightly, not the intention of the bill they passed, and amended the law to say an incorporation petition that wanted auto approval needed 5 different sponsors who collectively owned less than 40% of the land, and also that once you became a town, the government had to actually be elected. The edit was so swift that, in fact, Bryce Canyon City is the only town to have been incorporated under the original bill, but they got grandfathered in when it was amended, so they kept their town status and still collect their own sales taxes on jail cookies. Ruby would be proud. So if you're looking to ride a horse or celebrate prairie dogs or whatever, head to Bryce Canyon. But if you're looking to enjoy thousands of...
So that's pretty interesting. That's really smart. How to make a Boris plushie? No, thank you. I wish I was a decent YouTuber, but oh well. At hour 25, that's for that video to get uploaded. Okay. That was interesting. But yeah. Wait a minute. Piss. Oh, crap. Well, it's 6 o'clock. I'm just sitting in there.